So my name is Bella Kotak, and I'm a fine art and fashion photographer from the UK and also the US. So for today's shoot, we have two very exciting setups for you. The first setup is this gorgeous flower wall behind me. So this is Sue's flower wall. She already made it. And the moment I walked into the studio, you know, your girl loves her flowers. I was like, oh my God, I have to shoot against it. So this is our first setup over here. And our second setup is a studio setup for those of you who may not have a flower wall handy, or maybe may not have outdoor locations handy. I thought it'd be really cool if I showed you what a setup could be in a studio as well, and how I would approach it and shoot that. So we've got two looks for you today, and I'm going to take this moment to introduce our gorgeous model. So this is Angel. Angel, come on in. Hey. So Angel is wearing a dress by Michelle Herbert. I think that's how you pronounce it, Michelle. If I pronounce it wrong, I'm really sorry. But yeah, it's Michelle Herbert. And we actually styled this, so I actually styled this myself. When it comes to a lot of my photo shoots, I'll be honest, I do most of the styling myself because where I'm based in England, I live in Oxford. I'm not in the biggest city, and I don't have access to stylists or makeup artists or hair artists at my disposal, like some of you who might live in bigger cities. So for those of you who don't, I thought this would be just a really great way for me to take an opportunity to share how you can create some beautiful pictures with, I guess, not much, and also how to build up those relationships with designers yourself directly without maybe, if you don't have access to a stylist. So I saw this look myself with Michelle Herbert, and she sent me this dress. I reached out to her on Facebook, and actually she has an email as well on her website. So I reached out to her there, and she sent me this dress. And then what we did was pull Angel's hair back because I felt like the dress was really beautiful and opulent. That I felt the hair, if I had it down or if I had it in front, it would compete. It would compete with the dress. So we pulled her hair back. And because I knew that I was going to be using this flower wall, I thought it'd be really cool to bring some of the flowers onto the model herself. So this is something that I really like to do when it comes to my photo shoots, especially when I'm outside shooting in nature. So for example, if any of you guys are familiar with my work, you'll know that I love to shoot in floral bushes, and usually they're in a garden or in somebody's front garden or on the side of the street. I don't care where the bush is as long as it's beautiful. But one of the elements in my photos that I always do is connect the subject to the background. So this is me connecting her with the peonies in her hair to the background behind her. And then as we go on with this shoot, I don't know, I'm gonna mix it up. I might see what happens organically. So another thing I also did for this was actually add some pearls onto her body. And the reason for that is because she's got pearls on her dress. And I felt that her dress, I don't know, for me personally, I felt like the dress was a little bit, there wasn't a connection between the dress, the background, and her. And so this was my small way of adding some pearls and some elements to connect the girl to the dress as well. So now she's connected to the background, and then there's pearls hiding in this dress, and I thought I'd bring them onto her body. And now there's a connection between the dress and the subject as well. So these little connections are something that I always bring into my work because I've noticed over the years, it adds that level of detail and, I guess detail. It adds that level of beautiful detail into your work, and that makes it very consistent as well. Okay, I'm gonna take a hot second to talk about the pearls on her hands. So while I brought some pearls onto her body, I also am obsessed with hands. And this is something that I really will talk a lot about during this segment. You're gonna get tired of me, I'm sure of it, I have no doubt. But I love hands, especially when it comes to photos and anything. So I thought I would bring some of the pearls onto her hands, and then this would be a great way for me to talk about hands and for them to look very beautiful at the same time. Okay, so that's you done for now. We're gonna jump right into the shooting segment and see what happens from there. And then while I'm shooting, I'm gonna take an opportunity and just kind of share with you guys what I'm thinking and any thoughts that keep popping up. We're gonna try and keep this very organic, very free-flowing, and see what happens. All right, let's get started.